Alright, here for a run and driving video. We got our all original 73,000 mile one owner 67 Cougar ready to go. Got the headlight buckets open. Got the left turn signal on. I know you probably saw it in the other video, but just wanted to show you how those killer turn signals work. Even got our license plate lights working. Got the right turn signal going. And kicked on the high beams while we were in there. Alright. So we'll get strapped in, get ready to roll here. Hopefully there's not too much traffic out there and we're going to get down the highway. Try to do some highway speeds. And then, just want to guess I'll show you, since this one's not a power window rig, show you all the windows operate nice and easy. They stay nice and tight, those wing windows. Looks like it's starting to sprinkle a little bit here, so we'll fire up the wipers. You can see it's running nice and clean. You know, new exhaust, rear shocks have been done. All within the last 1,000 miles. You know, actually 500 miles. Haven't driven this car as much as it needs to be doing. You know, as carburetor, fuel system's been gone through, fuel filters, fuel pump, fuel tank, sending unit. You know, battery, radiator, power brake booster, power master, stuff like that. Complete exhaust system. I guess might as well show you the rear ones while we're out here. Close up nice and smooth. You know, all this little stuff, you know, to me, I like to know it works. You know, stuff's never been pulled off. No trim panel. I mean, look at the felts on this thing. It's just unreal. You know, all the seat belts work good. All right. All right. Go ahead and get belted in here. We'll do get cruising, but you can see the light still works in the shifter. You can see down there, temperature gauge is starting to come up a little bit. So it's got 73,759 miles. The clock's not working, but horn works. And it's breaking my heart, y'all need. Give me a breathing, but if you want to leave, factory stereo still works amazing. Let's go ahead and hopefully you can hear the blower motor, works nice. Blowing out a couple of dust buckets, but working nice and smooth. You know, you go to AC, it doesn't really blow cold, but blows really nice and strong. You know, AC pump's not locking up on you. So if you want to get that working again, let's see what else we got going here. I think that's pretty much about it. You know, get the get cruising here. Turn the wipers on. They got high there. That's low. That's it. So you got the 2 speeds. Power disc brakes, you know, brakes good. You know, like I'd mentioned before, I would maybe, you know, it needs to be driven. It's an old car. You know, it's got good pedal, good acceleration, no binding or clunking. But you might want to do the front shocks. You might want to go through and do some bushings in the front end, or the, you know, ball joints or tie rods. You know, I'll just put it in drive. I got a habit of manually shifting my automatics, but you can see it drives really nice and straight. There's some potholes in the road. It soaks them up nice. I mean, you could turn this thing with a tip of a finger. It's just killer. But, you know, it does that little body roll. You know, I wouldn't go out and do a autocross course with it. But, you know, fuel tank, the sending unit's working good. It's a fun and safe car to drive, absolutely, you know. But that's one of the reasons, you know, I hate to see my car sit and, you know, you get life, you get a couple kids, and, you know, it's time to dial it back to, you know, the cars I've been driving and cars I want to be driving, and you know, it's just right now as a couple have got to go. Just kind of makes the most sense. But I really hate to see this car go. I got a couple that I'm going to be selling that's going to be painful. So I'm hoping they go to loving homes more than the price they bring. Just because, you know, so I get out here on the highway. You know how it is, you know, they become part of your life. They become part of the family. Going 40 miles an hour, hopefully you can see. And you can see the shine on the hood is just killer. Got her up to 55, and I'm not flooring it or nothing. You know, it's just, you just core the throttle. You know, there's a tad bit of play in the steering wheel. I mean, these older cars are sensitive. If you move the steering wheel a lot, it's gonna move. They have a quick ratio steering box. Tires, you know, ride kind of like originals do. So that's one thing you might want to do is maybe go up a tire size. It would look killer with a nice set of like Boss 338s. Give it that original kind of look with the Pro Touring look. Was kind of something I kind of dreamed about. Downshifts, nice upshift. You know, no rattles or anything. E-brake works. I mean, everything works on this car. You know, obviously AC doesn't look cold, but I'm gonna go ahead and exit off here. I'm gonna take you on a back road with some sharp corners, some potholes, and some bad, you know, pavement jobs. And you know, it's a if you're used to knowing what a car from the 60s or 70s can drive like, then you're good. But if you've never driven one, you might want to grab one nearby and take it for a spin. You know, if you're going down the road and you stab as hard as you can on the brakes, they stop. They do stop, but they stop differently than a modern car. You know, they got anti-lock brakes. You know, you'll feel the weight of the body a little bit. But you know, a lot of us, that's what we love. There, she just died, kind of like an old car thing, you know. But probably got on the brakes a little too hard, shift the fuel bowls around, but that kind of stuff just happens. But here's some patch in the road. Here's a spot right here. There's a pothole. You can see it just soaks the bumps up nice. I mean, it's just yeah, I'll put it back in drive. Started to shake some habits, but there's a patch of the road here. Give it some gas, you downshift. It's got good power, you know, but these modern cars are insane. You know, you got a stock Mustang that's got twice the horsepower of this, but they just ride and drive different. These cars just give you a feeling. They you know, can take a bad day and make it good. The way they drive and feel and smell is just a different era. Little bump in the road there. But here's the sharp corners. You can see nice tight left corner. You know, you see it's got a little bit of roll to it. It's an old heavy car, but that's the fun in them, you know. But you can see there's no ball joint clunking or tie rod issue. It's not a worn out steering box. As soon as you come through a corner, the steering box wants to recover. It's got good resistance, so the steering box isn't a slush box. Gonna come through here. We got two more, so this tight one here. We'll give it a little bit of gas going through that. You know, but But, you know, it's an old car, so it's going to have little seeps. It's going to be a little greasy. It's going to be a little dirty. It's an original car. So it's kind of preference whether you want to go through and, you know, it's not a leaker by any imagination where it puts a bunch of fluid on the floor. I mean, if you leave it there for months on end, it might. But, you know, I like my cars to look original, feel original. Clock doesn't work. But that's pretty common. I forgot it's even there. So we're going to come up here to the stop. Yeah, it takes off good. So, you know, probably didn't have it warmed up quite enough, you know, but that's this kind of stuff when, you know, you go from 60 miles an hour to come to the stop pretty quick, and sometimes it'll shake them up a little bit, but good luck.